a little, like I always do. Yeah, I've been thinking about baking a lot lately. Thinking about what I might do when I get when I finally get done fighting. And a baking business doesn't sound too bad. Hey, what's up, Jason? You're still awake? What time is it over there? Oh yeah, it's 5, right? 5:40. Do anything exciting today? Just staying at home or what? It's your spring break day off. There you go. Did you have fun? Where'd you guys walk? Yeah, I'm thinking about going out. You have a girlfriend? You're like 16 years old, aren't you? Oh, 15. I remember those times. You should have cooked her something. You should have cooked her an omelet. Oh yeah, she didn't tell you? Oh well. Yeah, so I was thinking about baking. Been thinking about baking a lot lately. It's not that hard to set up like a home bakery. I could bake like cookies and, bread and stuff. Like organic bread. I would make like what do you call it? Amaranth bread. Yeah, amaranth. You know what amaranth is? It's like it's like grain, but it is a lot more nutritious. It's like one of the only plants that is a complete protein. It's very healthy, very nutritious. And I could mix it with sourdough and sell it, I guess, for people that are interested. I don't know if it would catch on though, because a lot of people don't know what it is. Probably be better off selling like cookies and brownies and stuff. And like Rice Krispie treats. So how is it up there? Is it raining or snowing? What? Oh, nice. It's still cold though, right? Yeah, it's like 60s over here, or low 60s. Yeah, so I was thinking about doing a home bakery for just like, just to get the idea. I gotta do a lot of, I gotta get a permit. I have to set up a business bank account. Maybe get an IN. A lot of stuff. But it's good to figure that out, Because the way things are looking, with the future, the only way you're ever going to be able to save money is if you have your own business. Everything is getting too expensive, You gotta have something that's valuable to people. Otherwise, you're gonna be barely able to have a roof over your head. Most of the world. That's how it's getting. It's sad, but it's true. It's not as easy to live as it was 20 years ago. You work yet, Jason? Really? Why? Because you're too young? When I was your age, I had a paper route. Yeah, I think I had a paper route. You got a bike? You could do a paper route. you could always do dishwashing also. Like a lot of restaurants hire kids for dishwashing. I think I did that when I was younger too. That way you have some money. Yeah. I don't know. It's up to you. When I was young, I liked having money, and my mom was like, didn't give me that much for allowance. So, so if I wanted anything nice, I had to work for it. Yeah, I learned from a very young age that if you want anything nice, you gotta work for it. But the bad thing about that is when you get older like me, you get tired of working for it. Because it's like you've been working your whole life, but you barely have anything. Because everything's getting so expensive. Like, when your grandma was young, you could work about like as hard as we work now and probably buy a house at that time because everything was so cheap. Like if I worked as much as I worked when I was your grandma's age in my life so far, I would probably have like 3 houses. That's how cheap everything was. But now it's like barely can afford anything. Yep. And now we're in this. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But it is what it is. That's why I'm considering doing the bakery thing. Maybe when I save up more money, I'll do catering too. You know what catering is? So you know how like when people get married and stuff, or like whenever they have events, like family reunions or whatever, like I don't know. The only like I guess a good example is like when people get married. You know, they usually have a cake. You know, they have food, and they rent out like a place, put a bunch of tables, whatever, and people eat. Well, the companies that provide the food, those cakes, and set up all the tables and chairs and everything, and make sure everybody has like napkins and drinks and you know utensils to eat with, like forks and spoons. Those are catering companies, and it's a lot of work, but it's, you know, decent money, I guess. Good way to stay in shape too. And there's always people getting married, and there's always people, you know, businesses are always having like networking events and stuff like that. So they need people for catering. So it's a high demand industry. I mean, anything with food. Anything with food is a high demand industry. The only drawback is it's a lot of work. But if you're in good shape, then it's not that bad. It's a business opportunity. A lot of people are like, you know, getting into technology or whatever, but the thing with technology, is that it's always changing. You go to school 1 year, you get a good paying job, and then technology changes, and then a year and a half later, you're out of a job because, you know, that technology is no longer relevant. There's something that's better out. So you have to go back to school again, get another certification, and boom, right back. Same cycle, you know. But with food, baking, or restaurants, or catering, you know, it always pretty much stays the same, you know. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. I guess sales is the same way, but sales is usually commission based with a really low base pay, so you don't make anything unless you sell. So it's I guess it's pretty stressful. But the food industry, it's kind of the same thing. You have to make sales, but it's easier to sell. And you usually have a high customer return rate if your food is good, you know. A lot of people want to come back. And as long as you keep the prices reasonable, then, you know, people will come back. And don't get too greedy. You know what I mean? Oh, and you gotta be careful, otherwise, like, look at McDonald's and all these other companies. Like, you can't hire too many employees. You can't, you know, you can't branch out too much either, because that can also, I guess you can't expand too fast also, because if you expand too much, then you'll lose money. But as long as you keep things small and, like, you know, keep your overhead low, then you should be able to survive, you know. Oh yeah, what happened with McDonald's? What? Really? That's strange. I got a job at McDonald's when I was about your age too, but I never showed up. I got the job, but I was like, oh, I changed my mind. I don't know. I didn't like it. It wasn't for me. Like, they told me what day I could come in, and I just never came in. I ended up working at Kmart instead. It was the craziest job I had, working at Kmart. Like, the employees there were like, I don't know, they were all like, I don't know how to say it. They were all against Kmart, I'll just say that. None of them liked working there. They hated Kmart, but they still work there. But anyway, I think I'm gonna head out. I gotta get ready. I'm gonna go out tonight. I've been cooped in the house too long. I need to get some air. Thanks, Jason. Thanks for coming in, man. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your evening. All right, take care. See you later.